Hello. So I was asked about telling you about something about our business model that we use in our co-working space, where we combine a lot of ideas, and there are a lot of layers under this idea. And to summarize everything I want to tell you today is pretty much what I like about us is that we still make money and we are a business, although we are doing cool things. Many times it's something you cannot combine, especially in our area. When you do cool things, they don't survive and they are not sustainable. I was managing a big tour company, which is one of the biggest in Central Asia, for 12 years. And after I left the company, I was thinking what would be my next project. That would be the last project in my life, at least in this country. That would be really big. So I decided, together with my wife, Ainur, and my two friends, to start this strange company that is called Ololo. This is us on the beginning, on the first day of, on the opening day of the company. We founded in February 2016, and one of the ideas was to start the business with almost zero capital. Because in our country, everyone wants to do business, but everyone is waiting when he collects $10,000, $20,000. So we wanted to show an example of a business that started from zero and grew organically. Till today, we haven't received any credits or investment. So everything we achieved was through the profits we were making and through proper management that we were doing. In the beginning, it was an art studio. And it was planned to be an art studio in the beginning. We were dreaming to create an academy of arts that would be teaching Asia, so that people from India or Korea would be coming to study classical music, for example, in Kyrgyzstan. It was crazy, but it was interesting enough for us because we thought that Kyrgyzstan, as a part of Soviet Union, had a good brand in Asian countries to teach classical music. And we have a lot of musicians, we have a lot of artists. Why we involved into that, although three of us were never engaged with arts, and I consider myself as a very not creative person, is because we think that art is the best way for people to find themselves. You know, in the countries like mine, and I'm sure it's the same in Central Asia, people are doing things only because they're afraid of something. You know, we have this saying in Kyrgyzstan, "Elim ne deyt," what will people say? And people, they go to school, they go to universities, then they get married, then they give birth to kids just because they're afraid of other people, just because everyone is doing so. And we thought that if people were doing arts, that would, help them find something they're really passionate of. Find happiness. I was reluctant whether to talk about happiness or not, but I hear so much about it today. I'm very happy to be part of this community today. So it was an art studio, and everyone was telling us, "You're crazy, no one needs arts, no one will pay to study arts." And we had a very, very modest plan for the first month, just to have 30 clients till the end of the first month. We had 60, and our small studio was full, so we started to search for a new place. And someone was asking me yesterday how we advertise. We don't do anything special. We just do storytelling, just as Martin Green said today. We're just telling stories to people about the behind-the-scenes things that we are doing in our company, why we created the company, how we are hiring, why the price is so high, and et cetera, et cetera. So we were writing a lot in the social media, and people just were helping us by sharing these things. So we didn't spend any money on advertisement. And some people who liked our idea, who liked how we were moving, offered us a big former kindergarten, very beautiful building in the middle of Bishkek. It was huge. Our first studio was 100 square meters, while the kindergarten was 2,000 square meters. So they suggested that we would manage the space, not rent it or not taking it for free, of course. So we decided that it's too big for the studio, and we came up with the idea of bringing all the brains that are still existing in our country under one roof. We like very much the idea of Bauhaus. So we called this place Ololo House after Bauhaus. And we created what then appeared to be a co-working. We didn't know at that time that it would be a co-working space. So it was a beautiful building, very old, and we were doing a lot of things with our own hands. It was growing very fast. We brought a lot of people under one roof, and we found out that all of them are introverts, and they might be working under one roof, but they're not cooperating. So we started doing events, and at some point we came to one event per day. And these are very, very interesting events, always very professional, very big speakers. This guy here, Tilek Mamutov, is the first Kyrgyz to work in Google. And you see 120 people came to a room that fits only 60 people. So the idea of events is to become the third place. You have your home, you go to work, and then you go to Ololo. And just this year for the events, we hosted more than 10,000 people till today. Then it was developing very fast, but at some point, when it's going very well in our country, it's always suspicious. So apparently, the government decided to confiscate the building from the owner. As I said, we don't rely on the government. We just hope it doesn't touch us. But in our case, it didn't work. So one day we had to move all the co-working space somewhere else in one night. And it was sudden. It was a very strange night. The worst in my life. But we managed to find another place. It was a new business center in the city center. We came there. By that time already we had some community, we had some cash flow, we knew we can pay something. We came to the owners and said, okay, we can pay this price and we can take a lot of your property. And they said, okay, but the price is 3 times higher. So it took 7 meetings, and on the 3rd meeting, we offered them that we would manage the whole building, not just rent space for ourselves. That's how we came to some compromise on the price, and that's how our property management thing started. And till today, I think the only reason why our co-working survived is because we act as property managers, not as traditional co-workings. And today, we manage more than 20,000 square meters of properties. Traditional models of co-workings don't work. Before us, there were 6 co-workings in Kyrgyzstan. None of them existed for more than a year. All of them, closed very quickly because they couldn't monetize. We, acting as managers, are helping owners of good property find profits, but at the same time, we make this place cool. It also grows in value, and it also helps to fill everything around our co-working space. So it started to expand after that, and by now we have 4 co-working spaces, including one in Osh that we are opening right now. And I'm very happy that it's not only us in Kyrgyzstan, it's also other local initiatives who are starting co-workings. And I think it's also a good example of development. This is also one of our spaces. And this is our coolest place. To me, I like this place very much. We launched it in May, and in June already it was full. When we started co-working, it looked like there is no creative class in Kyrgyzstan. And I can tell you that we see how it's developing very fast. It's developing faster than we are adding adding office space. So this place has 31 mini offices. We came to this concept of a bit different co-working than traditional open spaces. But all of them are selected. We combine arts. We have great community. We have more than 300 people working in our offices. And I can say that they should be innovative and they should be not toxic. They should be positive people who are adding to the community. We are really selecting, so sometimes people don't understand what we are doing and why if they are bringing money, why we are not accepting them, and they get offended. But that's why we have a very, very vibrant, very good quality atmosphere and community in our walls. So this is, we are starting the Ololo house Osh, and first of all, we do a very good asset management. We help owners of big properties to become more profitable than before us. And secondly, we do that through creating community. And that's awesome because, you know, more and more people understand that community matters, and arts and events and brains do matter. And they also can be monetized in a good way. And I'm doing it, of course, not alone. I have a great team of 30 people, and we are building this company not as a big whale of great, huge company, but as a flock, you know, with a lot of birds in one place. So it consists of a lot of small teams that are operating very independently and have a lot of freedom. So while I'm here now, I don't know what my people are doing there, but I'm sure they're doing something great, something better than if I was controlling every one of them. They're very cool people. And I'm trying to keep them happy. So yeah, this is my last slide. Where are we going now? We are going towards building a city on Istanbul. We dream of building a city for digital nomads. We are talking today about the culture, and we know that nomadism is a big part of Kyrgyz and Kazakh culture. We believe nomadism is no longer important in the old way, but Kyrgyzstan can be a great place, and Istanbul specifically can be a great place for digital nomads to come and live and work, not for Kyrgyzstan, for the whole world, but finding a great environment, great community. And this is one of our workshops where we were making some models of future city. This is me. Thank you very much. Have a good time.